You are. All right. The session starts with Zayn and Tigran at the door. Zayn attempts to immediately jump into the bag, but Tigran holds him off. The bag that they just saw their friend, their companion that they've been traveling with, that bled for, that they've hurt for, um, Irene, slip into this bag with Zayn himself having seen what went into the room after her. Zayn instantly wants to jump into the bag to not leave her alone in that darkness, to go after her. But thankfully, with a more level head, Tigran keeps the bag from him and tells him that they are going to check the rest of the house first. Emotions running high, they agree to this and head to the house, with Zayn checking the first floor and Tigran checking above. Throughout the entire house, neither of them can find anybody. Everybody seems to have gone from the house. It is lifeless save for the two of them. Without any more time to spare, they meet up again on the stairs and, after shared frustration, go into the bag. Everybody is transported into the Bagman's dimension, a dark forest with branches that hold kids aloft, dark roots and darker trees spanning out into the distance. One by one, the party falls down and realizes that they are in a childlike state now. No memory of their adult actions, their adult relationships, or any of the goings on in Barovia. One by one, the kids fall, and one by one, the kids come together. Everyone is scared. People want their parents or their siblings or their caretakers. Finally, Zayn offers his hand to Irene and Margot, with the few of them now gathering the sentiment that as long as they are together, they will be safe. As the group travels, they find a door with names carved upon it. As they look closer, it seems as if a few specific spots are missing names, the group's names. In the midst of attempting to solve the issue, a voice from the behind tells them that they all forgot the bagman, and he is very unhappy. As the kid talks, 5 paths to 5 games open up to the group, one from each of their childhoods. The kid explains that to reclaim their names, you must play the bagman's 5 games. Moments later, in the middle of the kid's greeting to the group, he gets snatched up, pulled up from the vine that he is hung on, with his head decapitated and his body sent hurling to the floor in front of the party. Everybody panics, runs, cries, with Irene herself running off towards one of the games, towards the light. The first game, as the group chases after her, is discovered to be a massive lighthouse almost in the middle of a field, a shining light overlooking a field with dozens, if not hundreds, of petrified children, much like themselves. Thankfully, Tigran quickly catches on as to what this is and pulls the group down, signing in the dirt the rules of the game and what they can and cannot do. Not grasping it quick enough, Zayn states aloud that the rules seem simple. All they have to do is move slow, avoid the light, get the keys, unlock the door. Unfortunately, the light catches onto him. He goes stock still, and the whole group watches as Zayn stands as still as can be. And then the light continues. With the threat for the moment past, the 5 begin their solo journeys, one for each of the keys, each key representing something from their childhood. For some, it is the key to open a locked door in the family home. For others, a shiny trinket that they found during their childhood, each holding meaning and purpose. As they arrive, each grabs onto the key, avoiding the light or standing still just long enough for it to continue passing on when the noise is made from the retrieval. Everybody collects their keys, but as Zain is the final one to reach his key, the intensity of the moment finally gets to him. His breathing shaking as he reaches towards the key, his foot slips, his breath hitches for just a moment. The light comes down upon him, and the weight of what is happening around him finally breaks him. His hand twitches, and it goes cold. His body quickly turning to stone, the mask on his head growing heavy, the rest of his body quickly following suit as the petrification takes over. Their surviving members, now gathered with their keys, sit at the base of the lighthouse, bringing the ladder down. As they begin to climb up, the ladder begins to shake, and those upon it are once again put within the gaze of the lighthouse. Some about to be turned to stone, but at the last second, a thud as Tigran himself throws, I believe, I believe it was a stone towards the light, drawing its attention upon himself and being petrified in order to save the others. The surviving members continue to climb, reaching victory and obtaining a bottle of basilisk juice. When applied to the others, the petrification melts away, and they are once again returned to the middle of the paths. Shaken by the events, the once bold standing Zain now appears shaken, bidding the group to just, quote, pick a path. It is decided that they should go down the crying path. And that's what I got.
Thank you. Anyone want to bring anything to mind? I don't have an idea. But if any of you guys had anything you wanted to bring to top of mind, something that seemed interesting to you. This is me waiting an appropriate amount of time before I say, cool, let's move on. Take your inspiration or your gold. And
Indeed.
then perfect. Awesome. I'm gonna ask for a minute and then we're gonna rock. every time she stops to catch her breath, you hope that maybe she finds a moment to console herself, to wipe away any tear, but she doesn't. This woman sits on this log, enough distance away from you for the scream, or rather this cry, this agony, to almost hurt you. It almost hurts you. All of you walking up to this woman. How did your characters deal with someone who has cried like this in your life? What is your instincts?
With Tigran, he's not used to seeing crying going on in the village. The village is very much a place where crying coming from anyone was considered a sign of weakness, a sign that they were still a hatchling fresh out of their egg, not knowing what was going on, not capable of defending themselves. And Tigran has even less of an idea what to do, since he's seeing an adult crying, which was something he absolutely never saw. So he's just going to stand there very awkwardly, his eyes darting around to the other kids, seeing if they have any sign in their eyes that they know what's going on.
Yeah. Zain seems to be looking very similarly. You can see his mask keeps, darting towards the source of the noise, and then darting back towards the others in the group, trying to maybe find someone to mimic or someone to play off of. Crying from adults is, again, something not often shared with kids. So hearing it not only blatantly but continuously, not in an effort to leave or muffle or take it somewhere else, is confusing.
Kind of similarly for Margot, because growing up in her household, just I mean, besides crying as like a child, like over a skinned knee, or just with like one of her elder siblings when they were younger, adults really, she was raised in a household where it's just like that emotions were meant to be repressed. Like giving away too much information into your own mental state, that was, I mean, could be potentially dangerous, or people could take advantage of that. So the only time she really heard adults crying was perhaps through closed doors, when maybe perhaps her parents, when no one else, or they would not think that like anyone else could hear them. It was something that was seen as shameful to be hidden, and Margot doesn't know just quite how to react. This is such an open display of emotion, especially by someone who is older. It's just extremely foreign for her. Like even at like funerals, like her parents, though grim-faced, would usually, would like hold their emotions like together and like, very tight-lipped.
Inariel is, he's never heard anybody in this much pain before, and she's still in her winter form, so she's already predisposed to being more melancholic and sad, but just hearing the amount of pain in this woman's voice. Her eyes are welling with tears sympathetically, and a bit of a sense of shame as well. Because she was raised in isolation from most other people. It was just her and her mother and a lot of animals in the woods, and her mother maintains pretty strictly a very bubbly, happy personality, and when animals are hurt, they tend to flee and keep quiet and keep it to themselves. So yes, she's also not used to this kind of display, and yeah, she views herself as being more emotional as well, similar to this woman, but she's also never quite experienced something quite like what she's hearing. So she's in the bit of shame she's feeling just for hearing this. Her head's turned just halfway away from the group, but yeah, she's a little tearful as well.
I think Irene would probably be struggling at the sheer despair that she's hearing currently. I think she might react by covering her ears. And there's this sort of like childlike innocence that prevents her from fully understanding, I think, the depth of the suffering before her. So she'd probably cover her ears and kind of like be looking very uncomfortable. Surely she wouldn't have been exposed to this level of sorrow up until this point, but also just in Arendvale in general, like the others that have spoken before, this like this type of emotion, this level of emotion especially, would never be on display. So it's just not something that she would have been subjected to previously, even in the home. It's frowned upon to show this type of emotion, this sort of sadness. She might cry over a scraped knee, but and that would be okay within the confines and the safety of her home with her parents and her brother. But otherwise, she knows that she is to be quiet. Even as a young lady, she is meant to be quiet, seen and not heard, so on and so forth.
And as you move forward, one of you steps on a branch. It's fallen, some small, maybe more like a twig. It is just loud enough for this woman to hear it. And her crying, it stops completely. She barely turns her head in your direction. And her head's hanging. She is still having her hands wipe at some tears as her hair sort of covers her face, and she looks up and over at all of you. You can't make her out too much, not with the hair. It is the way it is now, and the way she hangs her head, it almost seems to droop across her face. It's reminiscent to the Bagman, to what you've seen, Zion, like kind of like the idea of that. If I could give you the description again, the eyes that kind of peek through these dark slits of hair. And as you all see her and she sees you, and you guys are waiting on each other to say something first, to do something first. Well, you'll see that, well, there's a knight nearby. You look to your left and right, and you see that there is someone hiding behind a tree. This night, they're in the shadow. It's hard to see them and make out their armor, what they look like. But you can almost see the gesture of them pressing a finger to their lips and telling you to be quiet. And then at the same time, the woman, she says, "Who's there?" Does anyone answer?
Ron says not a word as his eyes remain wide.
I think like Margot just like tries to like whisper as discreetly as she can. Is this supposed to be some kind of game? So, not a type of game that I've ever heard of.
You're speaking to the group.
I'm just like a very low whisper, like to like maybe like anyone who's like right next to me, just like a very low whisper.
Does anyone respond to her?
Irane's too afraid. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zane's in the same situation.
The woman will call from the log, and she'll say, I'm playing no game, but I would play with you. We could play together. Anything you'd like. I've been so terribly lonely. You should come sit here. And you know she's talking to you, Margot.
I think like Margot is like realizing that like the woman somehow like heard her, even though like she was like a distance away, and like trying to be as like discreetly like like whispering as like much as possible. Like I think Margot just like freezes for a second, just like kind of like feels like her like the like her heart and it's just like this like bump 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 like faster. It's just like just what kind of game do you like to play?
So would you step out to her in the clearing?
Yeah, I think she would take like a few steps forward.
Yeah, that'll bring you right into the clearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she'll say, any game you'd like. Please come have a seat. And to the others, you'll see that the knight almost waves his hands for you to walk to him, like beckoning all of you, but still holding another finger up to his lips. Debbie, quiet down.
Irene will grab at with both hands. She'll grab probably Zayn and Ariel, or Zayn and Tigran, whoever would be nearest to her, and she'll just like shake her head. No.
Zayn, he'll have his hand taken as he looks at the knight in the distance. He feels almost compelled to listen to this, whether it's a trick of the game or just who he is. Of course, course the knight knows what to do. Of course, it only makes sense. So he is going to point at the knight and point at himself and slowly begin to work his way over. And he's going to try and lead Irene and the others, but he's not going to pull them if they do not wish to come.
Okay, who goes with Zayn to the knight?
Anariel's gonna feel frozen in between both scenes, watching Margot walk towards the woman, Zayn walk towards the knight, holding on to Irene's hand. And she's gonna want to stick by Irene, feeling her fear, looking towards the knight, and yeah, she's not gonna want to go in that direction.
And she'll say, Tiger, please don't go towards the knight.
What was the first word Irene said, Yoon? I didn't catch it.
Above table, Tiger. She's
Tiger.
trying to Tigran.
Oh, I see.
Tigran, not knowing who to trust, knowing that the only constant in the game so far was that the only people he could trust were the kids that he came into the game with. He is going to follow the bigger group at a much slower pace, not knowing whether the knight would betray them or whether or not the woman in the clearing would try to run at them. He's going to keep like an even distance between the two in case he has to run either which way.
Okay, so final words, just in case I misinterpret it. Who's going to the knight?
I am.
Zayn. Got it. Perfect. Margot. Did you make it to the log?
Yeah, I think Margot would very like trepidatiously, just like clamber onto the log, like just like just trying to keep like a little distance between like her and the woman, because Margot's extremely like wary of this whole situation. But yeah, she got up on the log.
Yeah. As you move closer to the woman, you would see that her clothes now appear more obviously through this like bits of like light that come through this massive like canopy overhead, right? So I say it's a clearing, but it's a clearing in that there's not like a lot of trees in this area, right? But just the canopies overhead of these much larger trees on the sides have like kind of covered this area, allowing just like just little motes of light being able to pass through. And as you get closer, well, you notice that she's wearing like nightwear, like one would wear to sleep.
Mm.
She has no shoes on, and her dress is dirty. It's dirty. It's caked in something. Give me a perception check, please.
Mm-hmm. Perception check. Okay. Perception. Okay. Let's see if we are perceptive today. We are not that perceptive. That's a 6.
It's a 6, yeah. As a 6, it just smells like copper. You don't know exactly what it is as you move forward, and maybe you smelled these pieces before around in your house, or maybe your mother or father would let you hold on to some of the change, and it would almost like stain your hands and smell like that for a while, and you can smell it here, though when you look at the bags and see, or if there would be bags here, you see that there are none, and then you see her hand kind of pat on a part of a log, and that hand, it itself, it's covered in also this caked sort of this caked material. It's you can tell it's irregular. Her hand is dirty, and she puts her hands down on, and she like almost like frantically, maybe a couple times too much, taps on the log for you to sit there, and she says, "Please, please sit. It's been so long since I've talked to someone."
Yes, are you okay? You seem to be in, seems a state of, night dress. Not really, one for going out and playing.
Well, I like playing. I like playing around in the mud.
Ah, is that what that is? Yeah, I noticed that your, hands seem a bit stained, though. It smells a little bit like, it smells like a little bit like of the piece of copper pieces.
It's not.
That,
It's not. It's not. There was some berries. I ate them around, and well, they smelled funny. But that's it. That's it. That's all it is. Please, don't tell anyone. Can I ask you a question, little girl?
Yes,
What's your name?
does like Margot get like the sense like is this like very like intense the way she's like asking,
Yeah.
or I think just like Margot just like getting the idea is it's like, yeah, this doesn't seem like a casual way. This like seems like, oh, like, just like the way like very like intense, like, oh, is this like this is the way like, oh, like if she got in trouble out in town, like, oh, like what's your name, essentially. It's just like this is like the very intensity of it. I think she's just hesitant. It's just like, uh oh, you're my friend, right?
I know I can be. I can be. We can be friends.
My friends call me March.
March, what a beautiful name. Give me a deception check.
Okay. Deception. Okay, I'm pretty good at that. Okay, come on. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh, well, you only have to beat a 12, so. What'd you get?
I got an 11.
Brutal.
I'm gonna use my inspiration, yeah.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, I just got a 12.
Fuck yeah.
6 plus 6, yeah, 12.
Yeah. You're confident that she has been fooled. And she says, "It's a beautiful name. What are you doing out here in the woods alone, March?"
Well, I'd ask the same thing to you as well, it's not common to see, just, well, I don't know, maybe for less for an adult in the woods, though you seem not to be dressed for such an excursion in the woods. But yes, I found myself here. My memory's a bit fuzzy, but perhaps maybe I got separated from my father's hunting party at one point in time, but it's a strange. I don't remember exactly why I'm here, what woods these are. So they look a bit unfamiliar.
So
I don't
you're
know if you
so
would know.
you're lost? You're
Well,
lost.
if by
You're
that
lost with no one here with you. You're alone.
Surely my father's hunting party should be should be close by. You couldn't have gotten that far. You're on foot after all.
Well, then they would have heard my crying.
No, perhaps they got, too caught up in the thrill of the hunt. You know how it is.
They don't care. They don't care about my crying. Would they care if you cried? Margot?
Margot looks first just about to respond, but at her real name. It's just her breath catches in her throat a bit. It's but then just kind of just tries to school her her expression as much as possible. It's I don't know. My father never made a lot of time for me. I think I was always a bit of a disappointment to him, as compared to my other siblings.
I know how you feel, Margot. And she'll move closer to you. Back into the woods with the others. Zain, you are close to the night. You get to the night. You see that, well, it's still hard to make out the armor that they wear. It seems, well, I mean, it's a night, and that's familiar to you, at least. And you get close enough, and you're far enough away to think that you won't be heard. And you'll hear, "Boy, come here. Boy, it isn't safe here."
Can Zain look back towards the others quick to see where everyone is before he answers?
Yeah, where's everyone? Are you in between the distance of Margot and them? Are you closer to Zain? Are you closer to Margot?
Is that Tigran? Or
Anyone?
Everyone.
Inariel, Yoon, Inariel, Irene, and Tigran. Have to answer that.
I would say it's pretty equal distance. I think that she probably, at least on Irene's part, she probably would have been seeing Margot go one way and then Zain go the other, trying to stop Zain from going over to see the knight. I think she probably would have taken some steps forward without moving in any direction toward either side.
yeah, Tyrion's definitely equal distance on both sides, trying to see which side goes wrong first.
Same with Inariel, but she's watching, trying to watch Margot and the woman.
Got it. Yeah, then just seeing everybody either towards the woman or not really having chosen a direction yet, Zain will turn back towards the knight and go closer to him. Can you help me? Can you help me and my friends?
I wear armor. She will hear me. But you can help. You can save your friends. This woman, she is evil. She will do ruinous things to that girl. You must save her. And you have no armor. You can make it to her. You can save the girl. And he is going to pull out a dagger. It seems to be the only thing that is shining in any kind of light, like from like the canopy overhead. And he like hands the hilt towards you.
Zion is going to look down at the dagger and look up towards the knight again. What does this knight look like now that he's closer?
Yeah, it's still hard to see. It's like the shadow seems to engulf him. It just here, and it's hard to make it out like exactly what he looks like. Like he's standing right inside the dark.
Zion is going to take hold of the hilt of the knife and say, I want to save the girl, of course, but do I have to kill the lady? She has not done anything that I have seen. How can she be bad if she is just sitting there?
He'll say, I am a knight. I would not lie.
That is, and thinking back, a Zion that's still in his days in Rohingya, this is a sentiment that agrees with him. He knows knights, and they're good people. And knights wouldn't lie, because why would they? He takes the dagger and he'll pull it back towards himself, accepting it into his grasp. Okay, you're right. Of course, a knight would not lie, especially not when it comes to saving someone. Yes, this is what I've been told. I will try. I would try to save her, to save my friend, even if. And he'll look down at his hand. The knuckles wrapped around the blade are a little whiter. Even if that means I have to do something hard. I will do it.
And he'll say, make it easier on you. Just play pretend. She's a monster.
She's a monster. A scary monster. She and this sword, this blade will make monsters go away. And you can see his head slowly nodding as he finds himself getting drawn into the idea of this story, his story. Zain is going to be brave like a knight, and he is going to save the girl and send the monster away. Here I go.
Back to Margot. She sits closer to you and she says, you and I are about the same size.
Yes, What about it is
Women must be tall where you come from.
well, not extraordinarily tall. I mean, my father's he's a tall man, and perhaps that's where I.
Your clothes are beautiful. Women must be beautiful where you come from.
Yeah, Margaret is kind of like adjust her skirts. Um, not not everyone it dresses like this. But
Your hair's so pretty. And her hand's gonna reach for your hair. Would you let her touch your hair?
um, I think Margot is just like, please, this took quite a while to style. My nanny will be quite cross with me if it gets messed up. I'm sorry.
And she'll say, well, it's fine. We're just gonna play a little bit.
What kind of game would you like to play?
Oh, I'd like to play pretend.
Okay, I've played that game plenty of times when my siblings were busy with their studies. What do you want to pretend? Do you want to mm, maybe as heroes or like brave adventurers? I like that kind of game. Or circus performers. I've always been so interested in the circus, seeing their flashy costumes and the way that they fly through the air and all the animals. I've always loved the animals.
I want to pretend that I'm your mother. I want you to pretend that you're my daughter.
I don't see how that would be rather fun. My mother's.
Why not?
My mother was never quite good at games. She never really had much time to play with me, you know.
Your mother won't play with us. It'll be just me and you. I'll be your mother. Come sit. Let me fix your hair.
Yeah, I think like Margot is just like she's just yeah, just not really sure like what to like she's just kind of like this frozen like stock still. Like she is not sure. It's just like she feels like if she says no that like she might get hurt. She feels like if she says yes that like she does not know what this lady's intentions are. But I think just like kicking in, like trying, like it's like for survival instincts for Margot. It's just like I think she just like goes back, like listening to like from like her parents, like her tutors, like her nanny growing up. It's just like like it's this kind of lessons like, oh, always like mind your elders. They know better than you, and like if you're a good girl, like you'll listen to them. And I think Margot's just like actively just trying to like fight this like sense of like fight or flight, and she's never much of a fighter, so she like swallows deeply. Okay, but at least until my father comes, then I must return home with him.
Yes. Until your father comes. And so have you sit where she's kind of sitting, like just like underneath her. She sits on the log, and she says, we'll brush your hair.
Okay, I must warn you, it is I've been told that it can be quite hard to manage. It does get quite curly and frizzy when unstyled.
She almost just like doesn't listen to you as you sit down, and she says, I used to do this all the time. I had a daughter just like you. About your size, your height. She was so sweet. She starts like, she's like, her nails are what's kind of combing through your hair, like brushing through them. She touches your scalp sometimes as she picks her hand up, sometimes it nicks you just a little bit, but not enough to make you want to like jump up. And she just is kind of clawing through your hair, and, like trying to like brush it down. To everyone else, they are currently turned away from you on the log. Do you guys want to do anything?
Yeah, Irene will whisper to Tigran and Ariel, and she'll say, Don't like this. Lady's scary. And that dark knight is even scarier. I don't like our friends with them.
Nothing happened on either side. Tigran has not a clue. All he can do is try to reason that if a knight hasn't killed Zayn yet, then surely the woman with Margot might be more dangerous. So he's going to slowly start making his way towards that direction to see if there's a way he can distract her so Margot could run away. Anything that would save his friend. But he'll start making his way over there. Careful not to be heard or seen.
You're making your way towards Margot and the woman, and you're trying not to be heard.
Yeah.
How close are you trying to get?
How close would you say he is currently?
Say again?
How close? How close would you say Tigran is currently?
I would say that you guys are about maybe like 45 feet away. Yeah, when you guys get about like 15 feet away, like sure her back is turned to you, right? She's humming a song as she's brushing the hair. I mean, you would tell that you could get you can get to right where it's like 15 feet before like she would be able to like hear you walking around.
I think Tigran is gonna go 25 feet close to them at an angle, just to like see if there's any brush or whatever else, like trees that he can hide behind.
Yeah, it starts to get into the clearing at that point. So yeah, 15 feet kind of just like at least 15 feet around. So you're kind of close to getting to straight up like the clearing where there's not like a tree to hide behind. But the idea is that you just want to get close to them.
Yeah, without being seen.
Okay, cool.
At least.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll move you close to them. Anyone else? Where do you want to move if you want to move anywhere?
Since Tigran is going towards Margot, and Zayn's still the one alone with the knight, and Ariel's gonna go towards Zayn and the knight.
Okay. Zayn, can you answer where you're going?
Yeah, he's going to be doing the knight's bidding here. He's going to be trying to... What it appears to be is he's trying to sneak up on the girl. And he has the the dagger sort of down by his leg, kind of like clutched against his thigh to try and hide any ill looks as he gets closer.
Would we be able to see this? Like Zayn going towards Margot and the woman?
Yeah, you decide, Chris.
Does he have the?
Oh, I'm
Oh, are
sorry.
you
Like,
guys?
You would be able to see him moving towards them, but as for the dagger, that's up to Chris to decide if he wants to try to hide it from you guys.
Okay.
I think it'd be fire if you made a perception check on that one.
All right.
Call it DC 14 on that one.
I want
That's
you
crazy.
to roll. I want you to roll So if you're attempting to hide it, I want you to roll a
Yeah.
sleight of hand check.
Ooh, okay.
So then it's her perception versus your sleight of hand.
Yeah, that's fire.
And low key, I want to say insight instead of perception. Sometimes.
19.
What'd you get?
Nothing good.
Nothing good.
Um,
All right.
yeah.
So you don't see him having that knife hidden away as he's walking towards them. And so you're walking straight towards them, and Ariel is meeting you halfway. Right, I would assume. And Ariel, you're just headed towards him anyways.
Yes.
And so he's headed
Yes.
towards the woman. As you guys get close enough to about 15 feet before, at that moment, or sorry, Irene, is there any place you wanted to move?
Nope. She's gonna be shivering like a little leaf, on a lone branch, and staying put.
Perfect. All right. As you guys get about 15 feet close, you're gonna feel your hair kind of tighten, Margot, and you're gonna feel almost as though the lady's kind of keeping you still. And she's gonna turn her head and she's gonna say, this is to Zayn and to it would be to Zayn and Ariel, as Tigran has decided to not be seen.
Sure.
And he's going to say, or she's going to say, she says, "Are you here to play too?"
Zayn is going to sort of bow his head a little bit, shutting his eyes. He's trying as hard as he can to put out of his mind the fact that this could just be a woman. This could just be a woman. He needs to save his friend. The knight said this is the only way. The fact that she uses pretty words is just another trick, of course. So he will not respond as he gets closer.
And Ariel has no idea what Zayn is planning, so she'll answer. Does playing make you feel less sad? I heard you crying earlier, and you sounded very upset.
I'm crying. I was crying because I lost my daughter, but I have her now.
You have your daughter back right now?
Tell them you're with your mommy.
But you were telling me about your daughter before we agreed to start playing. What was her name?
Tell them now. The grip and like the hair, the way her nails are poking into your head, you could tell that it could hurt.
Margot like starts to like kind of like whimper a bit from the pain. Too tight, too tight. Yes, we're playing.
And Ariel hears Margot whimpering and says, be careful with my friend. I think you're hurting her by accident.
She will say, well, then play with us. And then you can brush her hair. I've been out of practice. And you, little boy, what would you pretend to do?
I am a knight. I am a knight, and I need to save my friends. How close is he right now?
You're close enough to hit her if you wanted to.
And he's gonna finally, anyone that's looking his way will see it pulled up from its hidden position on his leg. The dagger will come up, held backwards in his hand as if to strike down on her. Is he coming up behind her then?
Yeah.
Then you can just see the knife raise above her head, or above her neck. I will be the knight who helps his friends, who saves them from the monster. And he's got that dagger up, but his hand is shaking.
And then you'll hear from behind you, kill her. And that'll be the knight, the voice. And then, what would you do, Zayn?
Zayn, with his hand held aloft, with the knife bearing down on the woman's neck. Suddenly his hand goes limp, and his palm opens, and he lets the dagger fall from his hand. He desperately wants to be the knight that saves the girl from the monster. It's all he's ever wanted. But how can he, if the monster is just a crying woman in the woods, and the knight is a murderous apparition? Not like the stories he's been told. It's not like those he has seen with his own two eyes. This is wrong, all wrong. And so he lets the dagger slip and fall into the grass.
You let the knife fall into the grass. And then the knight says, "You can't leave until you kill the monster." And then the lady says, "You can't leave." And she will seem to turn to you, and she grabs at Zain's chest, and she grabs at the collar and the shirt of Margot, and she kind of like pulls you with this inhuman strength. And she says, "You're mine now. We have to leave. You're my new family now."
You promised until my father came.
Your father won't come for you.
Gnarl's gonna try to
Do you want to
grab
prove
it.
it?
Friends. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. You're good. You're gonna try to grab at what?
She's gonna try to grab at Margot and Zayn and try to pull them away from her.
Yeah, she's gonna yell at you.
And
She's gonna say, "Let them go! They're mine now!"
yours! They can't be yours. They're people. They're friends.
They're my family. They're my family now. And you two, a hand will come out of seemingly nowhere on her body, almost like it grows out of her hair, like underneath her hair at a possible angle, and seems to grab at you. "You're mine too."
And Gnarl's gonna squirm and writhe and try to get away.
She says, "Stop! Don't cry. They won't come for you. They won't come for any of you."
Margot just like starts yelling, "Father! Father! Help! Help! Pa? Papa?"
Yeah, well, of course you don't hear anything. And then she says, "We're not playing pretend anymore. He's not coming for you. He was never coming for you. He never cared for you, not the way I care for you."
Who are you? Really?
Are we still pretending like we don't know who I am? Are we still pretending, Irene? Irene, do you know who this woman is?
Yeah. Irene will be frozen in fear as she looks at all of her newfound friends tangled up in this web of raven black hair, and she says, she whimpers, "No, I won't say your name."
say my name, little girl?
It's just a story. It's just a stupid story.
I'm right here, little girl! I'm right here!
Yeah, she'll start to cry.
Who's coming for you? Who are you crying for? I hear you crying all the time. I hear you crying all the time. Your brother's not here. Your daddy's not here. And they tell
And she'll look
you-
around her and she'll see that, yeah, that she truly is alone. Is Tigran above table? Is Tigran by them? Like
No.
he hasn't been swept up yet?
He's not swept up yet. He's like just in the cut that he could like pop out and be seen.
Oh, so he hasn't been seen yet. Okay, got you. Okay. Yeah, she is in this moment truly alone. Yeah, Eamon isn't here, her dad isn't here, and because of her cowardice, her friends are now wrapped up in this nightmare that she had to convince herself over and over again every night before bed that the scary lady with spidery black hair wouldn't come and get her and steal her out of her bed. And she'll wipe her tears away and knowing that it's just her and she truly is alone, she'll like sniffle a little bit and kind of like, puff out her chest a little, and she'll say, "Give my friends back."
Or what? What could you possibly imagine you could do to me?
Her shoulders will slump. And she'll say, "You're not real." She'll take a step forward.
And she says, "Oh, but I'm real. I'm real, and I'm gonna take everything from you. I'm gonna do everything they say I do."
Her eyes will get big and they'll well with tears. And she'll say, "I saw you that day, when that horrible man hit you. I wish I didn't see it, but I did.
And
Is he the reason that you're like this now?"
why didn't you do anything about it?
"I wanted to, but everybody just kept walking. Like
No.
it didn't happen."
Everyone kept playing pretend, like everyone does.
"I'm sorry."
Kill the monster, Irene. Kill the monster, Irene.
Irene's going to walk toward Melora. And where's the dagger?
The dagger is like around her feet. It's far enough, I would say, probably about like maybe like 10 feet away from her, as she stands holding all the kids, like kind of clutched in, like almost like spider hands, as they're like gone and grabbed, and like, you know, tucks the kids in closer to her.
Okay. She's gonna grab the dagger.
Yeah. And you'll hear the knight join in as he walks closer and says, "Kill the monster, Irene. Kill them." You'll hear her join back, "Kill the monster, Irene. No more pretend, Irene."
She'll clutch the dagger to her chest shakily, and her breath will be choppy and hoarse, and she's still, those tears are just streaming down those cheeks. She's never killed anything before. Only when playing pretend with Eamon. It was only ever just a game. And now it seems she has to kill this monster that she's always been so fearful of her whole life. She's gonna take the dagger, and she's gonna hold it up above her head with all her strength. Whew.
Kill the monster.
She's gonna drive it into the back of the knight's knee.
And as you do, the knight screams, "No! What did you kill the monster? No, kill the monster! Kill her! Kill the monster, Irene!"
Did he fall?
Yep.
Okay. She's gonna take that knife out of his knee, and like she's gonna be like panic, like sobbing and kind of like screaming through it. She's like terrified of what she's doing.
Kill the monster, Irene.
She's gonna slit his throat.
The blood floods out. You hear him gurgle the same sentence as he falls over, clutching at his throat, till the gurgling stops.
She'll drop the knife, and her hands will be shaking, and she'll look up at Melora with pleading eyes, hoping that she did the right thing.
And Melora will let the kids down from her hands. And she will look like, or walk up to you. And you'll see the blood splatters that are on you mirror her own. The way your hands are covered, the way her hands are covered, she walks to you. She gets on her knee. You can see her face now. Melora is just a woman, not that monster you dreamt her up to be. Not evil in the eyes. And she cries in tears. And she, puts her hand up to play with your hair, kind of like, get your hair behind your ear. And she's crying, and her lips are whimpering. And she says, There, dear. It's okay, Mother will make this right. Mother will make this right. You just go to the room. You just go to the room and you pretend that you didn't see anything, okay? You believe. You believe and pretend you know nothing, okay?
Irene, not understanding, will play along. She's inconsolable and covered in this knight's blood and shaking, trembling. And she'll nod. Okay.
She'll say, all of you run away. All of you leave here. The monster's gone. There seems to be an avenue that would walk out, that would like lead out of the forest, but anything, Irene?
Yeah, I think that Irene would like clasp Melora's face and give her a kiss on the cheek. And then she would run and she would grab Enario and she would get up Zayn and Margot and she would say, "Hurry now. Please, let's leave."
It seems in your hands as she had like held her hand over your hands and telling you to leave. She left a piece of something in your hands as you all run away. She's left you that piece of wood with your name scratched in it. Do you all run out of the woods?
Yeah, Margot's booking it.
Oh, yeah. Yep, running in the direction she indicated.
Tigran will be the one that trails behind. And he's just going to stop for just a moment and just look back. And what does Tigran see when he looks back at this woman who he thought was a monster?
What would Tegan pretend had happened instead of what he's actually seen? What lie would you have told yourself?
Tigran would have seen the hare grabbing at his friends. He would have pretended that they were slithering on the ground. He would have pretended that they were Grix, monstrous, worm-like monsters you could only find deep in the forests or underground. But there was a legend among the older kids that they used to scare the younger ones with. A mother of all Grix, a monstrously gargantuously sized thing. Where all Grix are born from, they would slither out from the rolls of her fat, and you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't know where a Grick was. They were too good at camouflaging themselves, and you would just see a massive boulder where that mother Grick was until it was too late, until its children slithered out and smelling its first meal of its life would quickly surround and devour you. And Tigran would have seen that giant Grick with its children Gricks wrapping around his friends. He would have found a rock or a dagger or something to drive it into this Grick.
So as of right now, you guys are all like running away. You guys have all escaped them. So would this have looked like a Grick was in like that lady Melora's place? Would it look like she was there instead of, or would it look like the Grick was there instead of Melora as you're running away?
Tigron would have kept his eyes squinted as much as he could, just to pretend that he wasn't trying to kill a woman and instead a monster. But now that his eyes are fully open, he now sees the truth. It's just a woman.
And you guys all run away, knowing what happened, having to pretend that you didn't see it, or that maybe it was something else. Whatever you have to tell you to get through the woods and eventually make it back to the big oak. Make it back to the slab, and placing Irene's name on the door. As you place it, you hear it again, coming from every which way, that there is a path. You hear you hear it's like a name of 3 things. You hear the growl. You hear the wind from the cave. And you see the cemetery.
So, which one next then?
Tigron's gonna look towards the one with the cave. He's gonna say, could we not go through that one yet?
I'm gonna have us take a 10-minute break just to decompress, but so if you guys can decide over the table. Is that cool with everyone? That we can like, come back as
Yeah.
characters and play it out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's take a
Yeah.
10-minute
Would
break.
you want us-
Sounds good. What a banger.
would we wanna
That was awesome.
do we wanna roleplay this one out while we're gone or not?
I'm making popcorn. Right now.
Okay,
Good.
okay.
Alright, bet, go.
Good job. Good job, Yoon.
Ewan, that was fucking
You
Hell
sick.
yeah.
Holy
fucking
shit.
awesome.
you. Thank
Perfect.
you. Do you guys want to know the story of Melora?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
Nah, not really.
Can I tell
Wow.
them? Can I tell them, maybe?
You should tell them in character as a kid, because I'm gonna have you guys talk to each other as you're walking to the next one.
Okay.
Oh,
I see.
Someone should ask about that. That was cool. That was a lot. That was really cool. I'm glad you had the week to lock in on that one, Fabian.
yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Girl, I did not know what was happening with that. I was like,
Ooh.
I was like, listen, we did not say a word to each other.
Wait,
Nope.
what?
Nope. That was pure instinct. That was pure instinct
gaming instinct.
and adrenaline. Okay.
Wait, did you make all that up?
Yeah.
On the
Holy
fly?
shit!
Like she didn't exist before this moment?
Oh no, she existed, but like I had no idea where it was going, where
Ah.
where
Oh.
things were going. Ow.
I see.
Did you know it was gonna be the night?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
I
Okay.
had no idea.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Oh.
that's sick.
And then I'm
Glad
just
I didn't
like,
stab her.
well, what would Irene do? And I'm like, Irene loves women.
Yes!
It is
ILW.
fucking Mother's Day.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the
I-
boys and things that.
We don't disrespect mothers on Mother's Day, okay?
Ruth.
Yo, it is Mother's Day. This is so like Christmas episode coded. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Sweet.
Yeah.
She misunderstood, like the best of them.
She's just a lady in the end.
So like, what? Would it have been like a big ass
Yeah.
boss battle if I killed her? Like, or
Yeah,
if
now
I
I
went
wanna
for her?
know.
Or would it have just been like an auto fail?
We fighting a
Tigran
head
was
with
out
one
here trying to
iron
like
dagger.
super harass and beat that bitch.
Yeah, Tigran was hiding in the shadows. Like, I'm gonna pop off any second.
Yeah.
Any second, I'm gonna pop off.
I think that was one of the hardest decisions
Good
I've
struggle
had
in
to make.
Zayn. Good struggle in Zayn
Yeah.
fighting.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
That was fucking cool too.
Mm.
Ooh, and I had your ass. Ooh, I had your ass.
Yeah, you put the knight on me, and it's like, yeah, go. You tell young Zayn, I'm a knight. Go save the girl by killing the monster. What the fuck is he
Alright.
supposed to do?
Yeah, it's like you talking my language.
I bet.
But he saw through it. He saw through it. Kind of.
You can't see shit through that mask though, for real.
No.
I've always wanted to do like the whole like killing monsters thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Like, who's the real monster?
Love it.
I
of them
can't
doing
believe
one
it.
of the-
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I was on a call with Fabian earlier today, and like I remember like he was like working on this, and he's just like, I'm cooking here, and I was just like, okay.
I can see the steam coming from the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was low key like, if I die right here, at least I went out like a fucking G, okay? Because this shit is cute.
Yeah.
I was like, even if I get flayed alive for this, worth it.
And you know what? Her brother would be proud of her.
Yeah.
Aww.
I mean,
Yeah, he really would be. Yeah.
you would. Surely no better way to go out.
Yeah.
She
That
stabbed
shit-
him in the knee.
that-
That's badass.
I'm saying on
The
some pet
fucking knee.
pet
Oh.
cemetery type shit. You know what I'm saying? Except for the instead of the Achilles, it's his kneecap. But behind
Yeah.
it, the tendons
Big ow.
behind his knee is what I was really going for.
Ooh, there's some meat in there.
Yep. Because I'm like, well, she's short. It's not like she's a tiny baby, so she can't necessarily climb this man like a jungle gym.
Yeah.
She'd
So
have
I'm
to
like, there's got to be a tiny bit of flesh back here.
Yeah.
A tiny bit of flesh that I may capitalize on.
Yeah.
It- never claimed no different. And I never claimed no different.
I think Irne is one of the best, one of the best written characters I've come across, but also in a weird way, one
Thank
of
you.
the best, like, how should I put it? The best, like, discovered character,
Thank you.
if that makes sense. Like, not all the pieces were there from the get-go. Her story
No.
was, like, forged along the way into something beautiful.
Well, honestly, I would say that the story was there, but her personality for me was really hard to like for it all to come together. Like I feel like I had all the narrative pieces, but then like actually playing them out as an inexperienced role player was super hard in the beginning. And now I feel like I know her better, you know?
I still remember the day early on you came to me and you were like, I just have a hard time figuring out what to say as
Yep.
my character.
Yep.
I still remember that because sometimes you just go like above and beyond and are so locked in with it. It's hard for me to even remember that you ever struggled with this at all.
That's good. I feel like that every day of my life, but that's good. I'm glad you feel that
Oh.
way. No, I definitely feel like I have a much better handle on it and her. But I think it also comes with like getting more comfortable with the group too, you know? Playing every single week for the last year, I think will do that to you.
And then being
It's so
able to
crazy
play
that
your
you've only
character
had
the way
like
you want
30
to.
odd sessions.
Also, being able to play the character the way you want to.
So hard in the beginning. Like so hard in the beginning.
Don't get us started. Don't get us started.
You just had to pick up the bag. I can hear it now.
Oh my god, I would never live it down.
But I need that. I need gas.
Can you imagine?
I need
Can you
gas.
imagine?
Ugh.
If we get through this, that's a good chunk of money. We can sell that bitch.
Curse-free bags of holding. No bag.
Love to
man.
see it.
We call that reparations in Barovia.
Whew. That was the hardest one, actually, for me to come up with. So that's great. Now we got the rest. Did you guys want to decide it in character or above table where you go? And then
I want to roleplay.
Okay.
Role playing as kids is fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You have. And I'll change this up real quick. Done with the Piglet's Big Game.
But it's
So
Piglet's Big
fucking
Game
that's
done
from
weird.
Piglet. I was like, it's back to the creepy lobby music.
Oh my god, I just heard bloody murder outside my window. Anyways.
I'm sure they're fine. They'll buff out.
He was like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, brother.
Well, fuck you, you little woman.
Been there. Alright. Let's hit it. You gotta say ooh. Ooh. Alright. You guys you guys make it back. Irene, I imagine you place your piece. And it fits like it's never been separated from this wood before. And as you step away, the rest of and everyone together, I mean, what do we say to each other? What do we look like first, and then what do we say to each other?
Tigran would be beside himself on this one. he wanted to do something, but instead he chose to hide. And instead he saw the littlest one of them muster up her courage and kill the monster. And he couldn't help but see Rika in her. So he would walk up to Erene and say, that was really cool.
Erene would still have snotty, runny nose, and she would look all bloody and disheveled, and sweet little princess girl doesn't look so princessy and perfect right now. And she would sniffle, and she would be like,
It was no big deal, I guess.
Tigran will like rip some of the hem off his shirt and offer it, and he'll say, I think you were more of a knight than that guy was.
and she'll nod, and she'll take it from him and blow her nose into it really aggressively and loud. And then she'll give it back to him and say,
Thank you.
Tigran will step back and say, you can keep it. It's a handkerchief. Princesses give those to knights, right?
Oh, I don't know.
and then she'll like be like, but it's all covered in snot, so I don't. And then she'll just like drop it to the ground, and because she doesn't know what else to do with it. And then she'll like kind of sniffle again, and she'll be like,
You know, that was a real lady. And she wasn't, turned out she wasn't so bad, I guess. Did you know this lady? No, not personally. But, well, I was out one day with my brother and it was my...
and she'll count on her hands.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was my 8th birthday, and we were out to get my favorite treat, and it was a really nice day, and the sun was shining, and it was nice, and there was I noticed a really beautiful lady across the street. She was tall, and she had fair skin, and really, really, really dark hair, and it went all the way nearly down to her ankles. It was so long, I swear. And her eyes were so blue. They were like the sky. And I just remember thinking that she was so beautiful. And sad. And I didn't understand why she looked so sad, because if I were that beautiful, then I wouldn't have been that sad. But anyway, then I heard shouting. There was this horrible man in front of her. And he struck her in the face. So hard I heard the slap sound from across the street. And she fell. And it left a big red welt on her cheek. And nobody stopped or did anything. They just kept walking. No one offered to help her. Nothing. She just laid there in the street while this man yelled at her.
And she'll start to cry, and then
She'll say, That was the last I saw of her, as that man dragged her by her hair down the street. And, well, that same lady, well, they say that she, she ended up killing him, her husband. And she went to prison and they locked her away, but she got out. And well, I guess we found her.
Tigran will nod and say, "Well, you saved her. I don't think I was going to. I don't think anyone else was going to. But you saved her."
You saved all of us.
I don't think she was a bad lady. Even though she killed that man, I don't think she was a bad lady.
You killed that man too, and you're not bad.
Oh, yeah, I did.
And she'll look down at her hands covered in blood. And she'll have this like far away look in her eye.
You did the right thing. You slayed the monster. You're a hero. My people would call you a hero.
A hero?
Yes, like you hear about in the stories.
I was a hero once. I played heroes with my brother. And we slayed a frost dragon that was up in a tree.
A real frost dragon. Did you really?
No, it was an owl, and I just threw a stick nearby. It just flew off. But it was the same thing, basically.
Yeah, that is cool too.
Yeah.
That is like a small
I didn't hit the owl. It was fine. I just threw the stick near.
That is good. That is good.
Yeah.
Important detail, yes.
And yes, I agree.
Well, you can tell your brother that you killed a real monster when you see him. As soon as we. And Tigran will look towards the remaining path, and he'll say, "Do you want to choose where we go since you killed the monster, or should someone else?"
And she'll kind of look at her options. Then she'll
say, no, someone else should pick. I don't want to pick wrong.
I think.
If
Sorry, go ahead.
it's alright. If no one else is good at picking, maybe we should vote.
Okay. At the same time, we'll all point to the one we think we should do next. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. And Zion will point to the Howling.
And Nariel is pointing at the cemetery.
Tigran will also point at the cemetery.
I think Margot would point. I think she'd point towards the cemetery as well.
cemetery.
It's decided. I guess we're going to the cemetery.
Yeah, everything's dead there already. It'll be fine.
We shouldn't have any trouble if they're already gone, right?
Yes, and maybe there will be people burying others, and they could help us find our way. adults.
It's well, I can't see, how it could be any well, all these games have been quite frightful. Maybe the cemetery will be more peaceful. At least growing up, at least the cemetery was always a place of like peace and quiet.
Do you think this one is yours, Margot?
Margot, like you can see her like kind of like scrunching her face for a bit, like as like in deep in thought. And then like her like you can see like her like brow relaxes, but you can just like see she's like kind of like tapping out like a haphazard like rhythm with her foot, like as like she's kind of like thinking. You know, it might be. I remember when I was I remember sometimes when I would promise not to tell my parents, but sometimes I would slip out of lessons and
Yeah, I promise.
I would go
Just
out
right
to
over her.
I would escape the manor to go play with some of the other kids outside. My parents didn't like when I did that very much. I mean, they did not like me skipping out my lessons, but they sometimes complained about why I want to go out and play with the riffraff. But they don't understand. Maybe they like being like stuffed up in a like stuck in a stuffy office all day, is reading boring papers and all of that. But it's fun outside. I enjoyed playing with my friends, and we we used to play this fun game. Um, yeah, in the graveyards. It's a very fun game. I think you'll all very much like it. If that is what if that is the game that's down this path.
Could you tell us the rules just before we go in? Maybe it will help us if we know.
Yes, yeah, above table,
Yeah, I was gonna
is it
say
okay?
above table. You guys don't know what games these are,
Whoa.
so
Amnesia.
let's no. You guys. Well, you guys. The problem is that you guys actually don't know what these games are, right? You guys had an idea,
Yeah.
but that was
I-
above table. So if you guys work on that information, this might smoke you.
Again.
Whoa.
Fair.
Got it. So like this.
Can Tigran pipe up and say, well, Lantern Tag was fun too, but that wasn't anything like Lantern Tag.
There you
Oh.
go.
Yes, you're quite right. I mean, if the game that you last played, if that wasn't not exactly similar to maybe the games that we played, then I don't know how much the rules might help. It seems that whatever games we're playing, it seems like they're some sort of twisted and scary versions of the games that we play. So I don't know if I would be much help. I'm sorry.
Tigran will huff and say, well, I don't want to go into a cave or kill a monster. So, last one to the cemetery saves farts in a cup. And he's going to start running over there.
Well, Zion definitely doesn't save his farts in a cup, so he's gonna come running after him. Wait, Tiran, wait! I don't do that.
Yeah, Margot just like sprints over the rest of the group.
Yep, and Nario follows as well.
Awesome. And so you all are off. You guys get closer and closer to a cemetery. The cemetery has these iron gates that the cemetery has these iron gates that tower over all of you. They're much larger as children, much scarier. They creak, and it almost seems like a groan until you realize that, well, it's just the fence, it's just the gate groaning a bit too much or just infrequent enough. And as you get to past them, you see there's no marking, no names here. You'll see headstones around. Some headstones look different to others. Some look familiar. Walking through the cemetery, can you guys describe to me from your homes what a headstone or gravestone looks like from where you live? And as you pass by some, and you see some that look like old, unkept. Like, what do you see? What kind of headstones do all of you see here? Describe them from home.
In the Wyvern's Cradle, where Tigron lived, headstones were typically rocks that were taken near the caves where the younger hatchlings lived. They would take one, they would fashion it into the shape of a headstone, marking that wherever they would be, they were home now. And they would use that stone to mark where they were buried in the cemetery.
In the Valley of Heroes, close to Prohenia, lays the bodies of those dragon knights that have returned to the homeland and died peacefully within its walls. The graves are adorned, the writing on each stone, sometimes so small to almost be illegible in an attempt to fit all of one's deeds. Memorials, flowers, trinkets, things left by the family and friends and those that just wish to remember them. And even the oldest stones, even the oldest memorials in the valley are not so often visited, but always taken care of, always cleaned of dust and protected from the weather. So to see such a place where the dead have apparently been forgotten, left to do nothing but fill a hole in the ground, no story, no glory, just gone. It is very unnerving for Zane to see a place like this.
I think for Margot, I guess like most of her experience with, with like cemeteries is of course like there's the family like plot and like mausoleums like where her ancestors have been buried. But yeah, but like as far as like headstones, like she's especially like in the parts that she's frequented to, like oftentimes like funerals of like, like of like other like nobles and like important like figures in the city that she would attend with her parents. She's used to like, like like large like stone like, sculptures and like yeah, like tombstones like meant to mark people of like great importance, like who are now like buried here, as well as just like the cold marble, the cold marble of like of mausoleums.
Sorry, from Menariel or Irene?
Um, in Arendelle, the dead are buried with their families. The women are typically not important, so they'll just be given like a plaque. And if the family was notable, like let's say they were high-ranking military or people in political power, they would have marble sculptures of the head of the family made, like crafted for them in these like tombs. So it's they're not like buried per se, more that they are like in caskets in these like cathedral like giant tombs. But like I said, the women aren't important. It's really just the head of the family. That's why the head of the family, like the men, are the only people with like dedicated grave markers, if you will.
Mm.
Where Nariel comes from, the dead are typically buried in mounds, usually with certain trees or colorful stones as markers to remember them by. So she's not used to being in a place where the dead are remembered with such a stillness and a coldness. There's more life in, I guess, in respect for the dead, where she's from.
Right. And so there is a rolling mist. This is a cartoon, almost like not cartoon, but I would say this is a like a caricature of a cemetery to you all. It's something you think about a cemetery would look like at night. You know, the sometimes writhing worms that seem to like pop out of the dirt as you step into it. Sometimes it's moist, sometimes it's cold, just hard and cold in different areas. You get scared every now and then when it's so moist that you seem to almost like fall into it. You hear that gate now from behind you groan. I mean, surely it should be the gate. But here, deeper into the cemetery as you travel, well, you don't see the gate anymore. But you hear the groans, and they're all around you. It's hard to know what headstone they could bump off, what mausoleum or, could be nearby. But then you all see something that, well, is a bit more imposing. And it lies exactly where you're headed. And you see that there is this large, this large, I would say it's just like a large cage rusted, looks old. You find yourself standing around this cage that sits in the middle of this cemetery. There are headstones that seem to circle it now. It's in a circular fashion, all of the headstones around here. And, well, the cage sits there. The cage is something you might see in, for maybe like a bird. Though this is larger. This would hold the size of a human in it. And inside of it, you see that there is, well, simple, like a simple rope. This rope has tied to it a wooden name, like a piece of wood, and, well, it's attached to it. That rope, you'd have to pull on the wood to get it out. As you step closer to this cage, you see that there is sort of like a plate on the ground that has like circular, I would say like these like circular carvings on the inside, like they're holes. The name finally spins around on the wood, and, well, it says Margot's name. It's hard to see past the big M. But you'd have to step into the cage to grab it. But what would any of you do?
Is the
Tyron.
go ahead.
Tyron's gonna look at the M and say, "You're not gonna step in there, are you?"
I mean, how else am I supposed to get to my name? I mean, it's right there. I could try to slip in real quick, grab it, and be right back. Unless you can think of another way of getting my piece down.
I see a plate on the ground over there with carvings in it. Should we see if it says something?
Oh, sorry, those carvings are inside the cage on the bottom.
Ah, I misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
From like my vantage point, like the carvings on the ground, like can I like make sense of them? Like what does it look like?
Yeah, they look like circular cutouts on this like rusted cage, like right in the bottom of it.
Okay, so it's like just like
you don't see where these
concentric
holes.
circles.
Yeah, you don't see where
Gotcha.
these holes lead. You don't see anything in them, but you see they're there, and they're plentiful around this cage.
Could I ask how large the holes are?
Yeah, I would say that there may be about maybe about 4 inches in diameter.
Okay.
But there are many of them.
Okay. Above table.
Yeah.
Margot, if you go in there, you're gonna get spikes. That is what I'm imagining. So, oh no.
Tyron will say, "Well, what if the cage door like snaps shut when you get in, or what if there's a pit or something? I don't know. And he's gonna look around and
I
say like,
I have an idea.
Okay, what is it?
You go into the cave, or you go into the cage, and I hold on to your arm as you go in, and if it looks like anything bad is going to happen, I pull you back.
yeah, and while you do that, I'll find a rock or something to prop the door open in case it closes.
That's a good idea. I can help you hold the door back.
Okay, I mean, s- seems like a good idea. You know, just I'm
I have another idea. What if we take a headstone and we throw it into the cage first and see if anything happens?
Is that allowed? I thought we weren't supposed to mess with those. Otherwise, bad things would happen.
They're dead anyway. What are they gonna do? Come out of the ground?
Maybe. I don't know.
perhaps we can find like a stone, like maybe a lighter stone or something, maybe to throw in there. You know, see if it triggers any traps.
Hmm.
Like if I look around, like can I like find like is there like any like loose like stones or rocks? I mean, like, you know, it's like a I guess like it's like or just like anything on the ground.
Yeah, it's like an old cemetery, but it's it's a mixture of headstones from all of your homes.
Hmm.
Who would grab their stone?
Tigron will look around and he will see a stone roughly hewn the same color as the cliffs and the rocks around Wyvern's Cradle, and he'll recognize it. And he will try and take this stone all the way over to the cage to try and prop the door open with it.
Yeah. As you step onto the dirt, you hear, "Please let me rest. Please let me rest." A mouthful of dirt. The eyes are full as well. You see the cheeks and that skin, every muscle that would speak these words. Well, that's the only thing that separates the dirt. You can see the face is sunken into it as you grab the headstone.
Tigron will immediately drop the headstone and scramble back. And he'll start screaming and he'll say, "Wait, they're alive! They're alive!"
Oh. Well, it's a bad idea. I'm sorry. Let's not disturb any more dead people.
Yes. Please go back to sleep. We won't bother you.
Yeah, you guys didn't hear it. Only Tigran did.
Hmm. I think Margot like tries to like, you know, maybe just like have a bit of like a crumbling like headstone. And just like a piece that like maybe just like fell off like due to like weather or wear. And she just kind of like underhand tosses it like yeah into the bottom of the cage to see what happens.
Yeah, you see as you throw that little bit of headstone into the cage, that nothing happens.
I threw the rock in and nothing happened, but surely it can't be this easy, no? I mean, it's right there. I could just run in, climb up the rope, grab it, and get out, but surely it wouldn't be this easy.
T-Ron still go ahead.
Maybe it's just trying to test how quick you are. There's a lot of games that are about being quick.
That's true. I was, at least among my friends, like I was always one of the faster children. So perhaps that it is. Maybe it's just a test of speed. Well, if that's the case, I think I might be well equipped for grabbing the wood.
T-Ron will look back to where he heard the voice and start stammering. Oh, okay, but make it fast. What if everyone else wakes up too?
And if anything happens, I will pull you back. I promise.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like a plan. And then, yeah, Margot's just going to just try to make a dash like for the piece of wood.
Cool. So you're gonna go quick. You're gonna dash in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna dash in and grab.
Awesome.
Dash and grab, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. So you were dashing into the cage you have to go into the cage to then grab this piece of wood off of the rope.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nariel had said she was going to try to hang on the door to keep it from closing.
Sounds
So
good.
she's just hanging on the door.
Sounds good. You got a sort of like rusted gate, like it almost like looks jagged, just so when you're holding it.
Okay.
Awesome. And so you run in, and Margot, you grab that wood and you pull at it to release it. But you heard a click, and it didn't come from the wood, it came from underneath you. And then the cage almost seems to rip apart the bottom end. I wouldn't exactly say deglove, but it rips the skin off of Inariel's hands as it automatically just scrapes it off of her and then closes shut on the cage. The circles underneath you, they don't do anything. But you felt this before. You've seen this before at different shows and different tells of maybe fairs that your father has taken you to. You see, well, these are pressure plates. Sometimes magicians use them. Performers that you've gone out and seen. Hell, even kings and castles have these around their house to provide as traps. You realize that's what you're standing on now, but the trap doesn't dig you in, or doesn't dig into you as you would imagine. The spikes that you've heard of before in other tales. Well, no. What alarms you is that you are then hearing the steam of sorts as through these holes a gas kind of comes out, but then you hear a mechanism churning. The churning rises the cage high and up above the graveyard, the cemetery, and all of you see as Margot is trapped in this cage up and above. It's about 60 feet high, Margot. And then another hiss, but it doesn't come from the bottom of the cage. It's not the gas of whatever this pneumatic device is that's like sort of pushing you up and holding you up. It's a hiss coming from the cemetery. Coming from around and not the headstones. you can see more than they can, as they're all a bit short and smaller. And you can see that something is coming for them. That several things are coming for them on the ground. You'll see on the inside of the cage, kind of like written in like a crude sort of like handwriting. It was done as like fisted sort of writing, and scratched onto it is the word psychic. And then you remember the game you used to play. All of you around on the ground in the cemetery, you hear these groans, you hear these hisses, you hear, "Let me rest, let me rest." And you hear almost the earth separate in different points. You can almost feel it on the ground around you. And it sends you all, I imagine, scattering around, trying not to get grabbed by these hands that seem to come up and grab or attempt to grab you from the soil or from the earth. As they're grabbing you guys, let's see if you guys even stay next to each other, okay? I'm gonna imagine that there's gonna be a couple of you that want to stay next to each other, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So we're gonna do a dexterity saving throw on all of you guys. And I am going to ask, I'll just say, let's just roll initiative, please.
I roll initiative as well?
Yeah, you will.
Okay.
Nat 22.
Hell yeah.
20.
16 for me.
Okay, initiative. Come on. Oh, maybe.
13 for Zayn.
It's rolling horribly on this dice today. It's only a 10.
Dirty 21.
Can I give my little nat 20 dice to Abby and let her reroll?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Holy shit, I forgot about that.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Okay. Okay, let me roll. Come on. Oh, that rolled out of the thing. Let me try again. I need to chill with the rolling. Okay.
Are you scared?
I kept on like rolling it so hard like it bounced in the box and then like bounced out. Okay, that'll be a dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Go to reroll.
That is Margot. Okay, so I have Tigran at a nat 22, Irene 21, Margot 20. Who's next?
16.
16.
And 13.
Okay. And then we have Zion.
Yeah.
Wunderbar. Perfect. All right, cool. Here's what we're gonna play. And I'll let you act out what it is in a moment. But here's the stakes to you all. We are playing Ghost Hunters.
Ooh.
This is a game where there's humans and ghosts. But there's also an individual role called a psychic. The game is played similarly to hide and seek, where the ghost players try to track down the human players. And when the human players are found, well, they're turned into ghosts. If all the humans are turned into ghosts, the ghosts win. The psychic, however, has a hidden talisman that, once found, defeats the ghosts and the humans win. The psychic gives the humans clues to the hiding spot of where the talisman might be, and they must find it before they are turned into ghosts. Do we get the vibe?
Yeah.
Margot is the psychic. And Margot from up there will be able to help you all. You guys will be outnumbered by the amount of these ghosts that are, moving around the cemetery. These are people from your lands, okay? Crawling out of the dirt, looking for you all. Right? You've disturbed them, and so you will all be making rolls, okay? Abby is going to allow to use 3 times give you insight as to what is happening around you all. She's up and she's high up above. She can see where the ghosts are and where the humans are. And so what will happen is you guys will all be looking for the hiding spot. You're going to be looking for this talisman, and I'll explain that out in a bit. But for Margot, you can change their fate, right, with your psychic ability, okay?
Yep.
You can do that 3 times per the round.
Gotcha.
Okay. So they are going to be rolling stealth to get around the graveyard. Okay. You guys are then going to be rolling I'm gonna say that this one is going to be, and I gotta pull up this sheet because I forget about all these fucking rolls. You're gonna be rolling survival to dig through the dirt. And then we are going to pray to God that you guys find the talisman. Okay? So here it is. The turns will start with Tigran, Irene, and Margot. Margot, at the top of Tigran's turn, that's when you gotta get it all reset and you can use your 3. Okay?
Got it.
On your turn, you are going to be rolling like 3 perception checks to give them a clue as to where it might be. Okay?
Got it.
Depending on your roll, that's how harder or easier it becomes for them to do their survival. Okay? And so they got to beat that.
Got it.
All right. It's gonna sound a little funky right now as we play through the first part. But it'll get easier. You guys will pick it up the way we did the lantern tag. Okay? If you fail a stealth, the monsters will find you. Okay? The monster finds you in the subsequent round start, and then you are going to need to attempt an athletics check to run away from them. Okay? If they keep you on that turn and they hold you, the next subsequent round you will be turned into a ghost. Make sense, everyone?
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
You guys can help each other, okay? But then you forego attempting to find the talisman. Get it?
Yeah.
Cool. So you gotta hide, you have to search, and sometimes you have to you can help your teammate. Okay? And so we're gonna be running through these rounds like that as Margot attempts to help all of you. The idea is that we are looking for you guys to hopefully get some nat 20s and very, very hopefully staying away from nat 1s, okay?
Mm.
Every day of my life.
You will be punished for a nat 1 for sure. Okay. Let's switch up the vibe.
Get a vibe.
Everyone excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This sounds really
Light-
fun. This
lightweight.
is a really cool game.
This is probably the most gamey one we've actually had so far.
As you rise to the top and the final click stops, you realize what game you're playing, Margot. I mean, it's obvious. It is written on the cage that you're stuck in. It's hard to see them. And you are, of course, trapped in this cage, and you will need to press your fingers on the cage and sort of pull yourself to the sides so that way you can see down and underneath to help them. You can only do this so much because your fingers are hurt and they'll start to bleed even as you press up against the cage. You'll need time to sort of wipe away the blood and to get back to helping them. As for all of you, we are going right now to roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you guys are even next to each other. Doesn't matter too much for me, really, if you guys are next to each other. Because you guys aren't going to be able to help each other unless you use your action anyways. Does that sound... Does everyone understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Here we go. Yeah, you guys can also, like, you know, try to play it in character too, you know, Margot, if you want. So here we'll go with Margot, if you want to explain that they're looking for something. Yeah, if you want to explain as you're going up and telling them what you think they're playing.
Yeah. So am I like? Yeah. I guess like I'm already in the cage. So I'm just yelling this down to them.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like. Okay, so you're playing a game. I used to play. It's called Ghost Hunters. I believe you're playing as the human team, and you're trying to avoid the ghosts. Just don't let them catch you, or else you'll be turned into a ghost. But you're also trying to find there's a talisman that you must find. It'll be hidden somewhere, but I'll be able to help you from above. But once you find the talisman, you'll be able to defeat the ghost.
Here we go. Tigran, roll a dexterity saving throw.
And that's a 7.
Separated. Irene.
Alright, dexterity saving throw. That's a 17.
Alright, you're staying with the quote-unquote group. Tigran, you are separated. Inariel, roll a dexterity saving throw.
21.
You stay next to Irene. Zayn.
4.
Separated. Tigran and Zayn are separated from Irene and Inariel, and we will begin at the top of the order. You see these monsters are roaming around looking for everybody. Tigran, you had tripped over at one point somewhere here on the cemetery, and you see that, well, you need to hide. You see as there's these zombies, these half eaten, half consumed by the earth creatures roaming around and breathing heavily, or rather not breathing, but like their bodies are releasing these gases that they have built up over time. And as they are moving around, I need you to give me a stealth check to hide from this one.
Alright. Oh my god. That's an 8.
You get caught by a monster, unless the psychic wants you to have seen it coming. Do you want to give him a shot? Remember, he gets 1 round getting caught, the second round to try to leave, and the third one he's eaten. Eaten, I guess. Turned into.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh. Gregor shouts out,
What happened?
Tigran, behind you!
Oh, okay. Perfect. Go ahead and re-roll. Stealth.
Cool. Oh my fucking god. That's a 6.
And he gets caught. Do you want to use it again?
I think I'll save it for this round.
All right, Tigran, you're caught. Write that down, please. Irene. Stealth saving throw.
Write that down, Bodil.
Or stealth saving throw.
Sorry, you
stealth
said-
throw. Stealth throw.
Stealth? Okay. Sorry, that would be just like a stealth, like,
Yeah, sorry.
roll.
Roll. Stealth skill. Yeah, the stealth skill, you just rolled it.
Skill, sorry. It's an 11.
On an 11, you are caught. Should she re-roll?
Yeah, let's give a reroll.
Re-roll it, please.
That's a 19.
All right, you're free to go. So you are now looking for the thing. Let's see here. I probably should have Margot go off the top actually. So I'm gonna have Margot go off the top because it makes more sense.
Okay.
Margot, give me 3 perception rolls.
Got it. Okay. Perception. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, first one's a 6.
First one's a 6. Got it.
Oh my god, it's a nat 1. I'm not using this fucking dice again.
This is the dice I got her from my heart.
This dice is ready now.
No, this
It's
is a
ready.
different dice. Usually when this one rolls really hot, but it's just rolling like hot dog shit. Okay.
Shit.
And the last one
We
is
can
a
cuss here. We can cuss here. This is
Okay.
not a lib podcast.
last one is a 16.
Nice.
All right, we got a 6, a 1, and a 16.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
I'm not
All
using
right.
this dice. This one's been rolling dog doo doo.
Fuck ass die.
Irene, roll a survival.
Y'all got good survival, right?
People like to sleep.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
That's funny.
Natty.
Let's go.
Natty.
Fuck.
You said we were looking for the natty. We got it.
Yeah. Oh. What happens now?
Sorry, Ghost, but we just cooked your ass.
What does the headstone look like that you run up to? Irene, what is this familiar headstone?
This headstone is of her great grandfather. Beautiful elven man, carved from marble. Strong bone structure and long hair, fine garb. All of the details, the embroidery in his jacket, they're all there, carved into the stone. And it towers over her.
And it towers over her, and well, Margot, you see that she stands over this headstone, and you see that specifically in this cage, at least one of like these sort of like holes, the way they appear, like not like on the ground, they actually seem to cover, or rather, it's like on the bars. There's these sort of indentations. And this indentation that is like hollow on the inside seems to like circle a specific area, and it circles just that headstone that she's standing over. And you tell her that she needs to find it there.
Yeah,
She needs
so
to dig.
yeah, so Margot, yeah, just like kind of like seeing that, like I think like just like that's like the probably like the headstone question. She's like, Yune, dig, dig, dig. That's it.
May will be like, what? Okay. And she'll like just start like struggling, but like with her little hands, just start digging.
Yeah, she digs and she digs and she digs. As she's digging, Margot, in your life, when you were scared and you were alone, as you were most of the time, I mean at night, unable to speak with Father, unable to find an audience with Mother, because she was busy with the more well-worthted children, what would make you feel safe? What would
I think
you
as a
hold
child,
near you?
I think like for Margot, yeah, just like whenever she would just like feel just like kind of like scared and like alone, like just like in the dark, I think that she would be grabbing onto a doll, like one of the times that her family went out to the circus to see the performers at the behest of Margot. Um, there was like a little like dolly that was like wearing like circus performer clothes, and she always like dreamed like how freeing it was, you know, just watching like the acrobats like soar through the air, and just so envious of like how free they must like feel just being able to like not being like weighed down by the expectations set by their family, just free to perform and like show their art and just be so beautiful. And Margot wished, you know, she could have that for herself, but she knows she has her family's reputation to uphold, and it's just a fleeting dream, just a bird in a pretty cage, just as she finds herself now.
So, was that a physical object?
Yes.
You grab that object, Irene. As you dig and dig and dig, you find this sits buried there on top of that regal sort of fuck, I forgot what they're coffin. On that regal coffin, and you grab it. And as you grab it and pull it out, a ghost finds you. What would you do with that object?
Oh, for me?
No, Irene.
Oh.
Irene has it in her hands.
She'd probably try to run with it.
Yeah, you attempt to run from it. The zombie almost catches you, and you're holding on to this talisman, quote unquote. Muriel, would you tell her anything about it? Not Muriel, what the hell, Margot?
It's like wrong M. Yeah, I think like once like yeah, Margot spots like the doll, she's like, I think Margot would be just like, oh, the talisman, that's it. That was a special doll that I had when I was younger. When I was alone at night, when I couldn't seek comfort with mother or father, any of my siblings. I just knew that if I held it tight, I could escape and be free. I could escape from anything bad that wanted to hurt me.
Do you want it back?
I'd love to, but I'm so high up. I don't know if I have a way down.
Should I throw it to you?
I guess. I mean, usually with this game, finding the talisman is like, usually that means the ghost instantly lose, but I don't know why they're still here. I mean, maybe? Maybe. Yeah, just... Yeah, try to get it up here. I know it's high, but I'll try to reach for it.
I'll above table just try to dispel this a little bit. Yeah, you simply just have to point the talisman at the monster.
Got it.
Talisman
she don't know.
Talisman
Go-
type shit.
go-
No, I understand. No,
Go
I
ahead.
understand.
Go ahead.
That was on me. That was on me for not thinking of
Girl,
a
she
little
don't
girl.
know.
A little girl not knowing that. Yeah.
Should someone tell her that? Like, I don't understand.
Okay, it's just like, or... I don't know if there's a way for you to get it up here. I mean... Maybe just... Yeah, try to... Put the doll between yourself and the monster. It'll stop it, maybe.
Okay.
And so she'll stop in her tracks, and she'll spin around facing the horrid apparition that's facing her, and she'll like hold the talisman up in front of her and like squint and like close her eyes, turn her head away from it.
Yeah, and it will turn into dust. And then, as it turns into dust in your hands, you maybe point it at the next one, and the next, and the one that holds Tigran, and they will all turn into dust. And as they all turn into dust, they're, that like dust kind of like kicked up and adding to this mist that wanders around. You'll see that doll there. It slowly turns to dust in your hands too. And then the birdcage, clinking begins. And it slowly lowers Margot. And the game is won.
Margot just like sighs like a big sigh of relief. And like as like the cage lowers, like she grabs like the plank of wood with her name. Like she is like just kind of like shakes her head. It's just like, I always hated playing the psychic role. Always my least favorite.
Tigran's still sputtering on the ground, saying, I'll take it next time.
Zion's looking around as the ghosts disappear, and he'll say, I kind of liked that one. It was scary at first, but well, it was cool as well.
Usually it's quite fun. But usually it's played with both sides being children and not the literal undead.
Irina's gonna look at the group and she's gonna say,
You guys have to win more games. Please.
Tigran's gonna smile and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. No one could be as cool as you."
It's okay.
The princess is winning all the games and not leaving any for us. And you can tell he has the biggest smile on his face under the mask as he says this.
She's gonna hop up and down and do a little dance.
Yes, good job, good job, Yone. I must admit, yes, I've never found myself quite good in the psychic role, but you you found the talisman even though I was not much help.
I
Thank
think you
you.
were a great sidekick.
Just it seemed...
Above table, that was her trying to pronounce the word psychic.
Oh. It's awesome.
Like Margot just like she's like trying to process. She's like like in her mind she's like psychic. Okay. Like she just kind of like just like rolls back into the conversations like yes, but you know, I'm glad that, you know, we were able to find the talisman as quickly as we did, but yes, we should all play again sometime, though, you know, just hopefully without all the monsters. That would be fun.
Can I be the psychic next time? It sounds fun, being in the sky.
Well, usually you're not in the sky. Usually just
Oh.
the yes,
That's not as fun.
yes,
Maybe we could
usually
put you in the sky.
Yeah, maybe I could climb
Aaron is the sky.
I mean, I suppose you could find a tall tower and, you know, look down at the players from above, I suppose. But usually, yet the way it works is that the psychic like hides the talisman themselves and then provides clues to the humans where it's hidden. So it's like a mixture of hide and seek, and a bit of a treasure hunt. It's fun.
Can only humans play? Does that mean Tiran and Nenariel can't play with us? And Irene as well. But she won. She should get to play.
Like, no. I mean, yeah, no, it doesn't mean that only humans can play. I guess that's just what the two teams are called. I mean, I guess it could be called the heroes and the ghost, I suppose. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, you know. It's just you have like one side that's hunting and one side that's hunted, I guess.
I could be on the ghost team, and then Zayn can be in the sky pouring his cup of farts down from it.
No, I don't do that. I told you. I wasn't the last one. That means it wasn't me. Who was the last one?
It's probably
If
Irene.
it wasn't you, it was probably Irene.
No, Tiger! I don't do that. Stop.
Okay, no one smells of any farts, okay? You know, just no, she won the game. She found the talisman. Therefore,
Yeah.
she cannot smell of farts.
Yeah,
Is that one of the rules, Margot?
yeah.
Well, also, I heard it from one of the children that I would play with that whoever smelt it dealt it.
Oh, so that means, and he's gonna like be pointing at Tigran like super hard.
That
means-
say, that's not true. The only reason Irene won was because the stink knocked the ghost out.
I don't
I won
know.
because I'm the princess, and you're just jealous because you can't be the princess.
Yeah,
I already gave you a handkerchief. You're already the knight.
I'm the night princess.
oh, is that allowed?
And
That sounds
she's gonna be
awesome.
puffing her chest out and putting her hands on her hips with her chin dipped up to the sky. And she's gonna be like,
You need a mask like I have. A hero needs a mask. A knight needs a mask, and you're a princess knight.
She'll flip her hair and she'll say,
It would be too much of a shame to cover up this mug.
Oh. Zion's eyes are sparkling in the mask.
Tyron's just gonna sigh and just start walking towards the exit.
Should we keep going? We could stay here for a while. It is kind of peaceful now.
We could leave you here if you want, but I'm getting out.
Yes, I don't know if the monsters would come back, but we have the we have the talisman, but yeah, but I don't want to stay around here too long in case there's any other traps that have been set up.
The talisman
I-
turned to ash. Just
Oh,
FYI.
talisman turned out. Okay, cool. Okay.
I might want to find some bandages for my hands. They still hurt. Oh.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Irene will rush over to her hands
Hmm.
and inspect them, and she'll rip the bottom of her dress to make little makeshift little bandages. It's all they have on them, and she'll start wrapping her hands.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry I called your legs short. I was just jealous you won the game. Yeah, well, the only reason I'm doing this is to make you feel bad about it, so. It worked really good.
I heard that elf tears have healing properties to them. Is that true? Could you cry on it to fix it?
I'm not that kind of princess, Zayn.
Well, I don't know different kinds of princesses. I just assumed that princess was a princess.
No, there's different levels of princessdom. You don't have to cry. They feel a lot better now. Thank you.
She'll give a little smile and nod.
That was super cool of you, Enariel, trying to hold it open, even though
Aw.
it didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work. Thank you, though. Maybe I'll have a cool scar.
I was going to say, now you have a cool scar and a story to tell.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, what you did was very brave, and thank you so much for trying to hold the door. That was very brave of you, and you can tell stories about how you tried to hold open a gate, which then shut and then skyrocketed towards the sky.
Oh. Very true. I'm just glad we all made it out of this one okay. Maybe it's time we get going to the next game.
Yes, we have two. Like Margot counts, is counting on her finger. 1, 2, 3. I believe that there was 5 paths, and that's 3 of them done. Yeah, so that leaves us with she's once again counting on her fingers, trying to check her math. 2. I believe there's 2 left.
You all just hear Tigran from the gate yelling out, "You guys all smell like farts!"
Zayn's gonna lean over and quiet enough just for them to hear it. Do you think he could be smelling his own? He's all the way over there by himself, after all.
Yes,
And
I
if
don't
he's still
suppose.
smelling them,
Yes, it's quite a far distance for you can see Margot's kind of struggling. A fart to travel. Perhaps it's its own.
Yeah, I don't smell anything over here. That's for sure.
I don't either. Do you think kobolds just smell like that? Maybe.
Well, my cousin had a gecko once, and it pooped a lot.
Oh no,
Do you think he's pooping right now?
It could be.
guys. Tigran, are you pooping?
T-Ron just stares where the voice is coming from and just turns around and keeps walking.
I think he was. And that's
Oh,
okay.
you're back. Yeah, are you back? Or are you walking away?
I think he's walking away.
Oh, my bad.
T-Ron is going back towards the lobby.
We better get going.
We should follow him. Maybe let's give him some privacy first, and then follow.
Do you guys give him privacy?
That's great.
No,
Zion,
Coming
Zion's
in.
going. Zion's
no, we're all
going.
going. We're all
Yeah.
going.
Serious as fuck.
Alright. You make it back to the oak. You have the piece in your hand, Margot, that I assume you place in to the oak.
Mhm.
The field closes behind you, and left now are only two avenues: the growl and the cave. Where do you all go?
Do we want to point again to decide?
Well,
For one thing, the growl sounds pretty scary. I mean, it sounds like it could be a monster again.
Yeah.
Tiger did ask to save the monster for last.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd be the monster does sound, or at least sound a bit scary. I mean, how bad could the cave be? It could be a beautiful. I've heard stories about beautiful caves filled with crystals before in my studies.
Well, I've heard sometimes dragons end up in caves and have piles of gold and treasure.
T-Ron's gonna shake his head violently and say, I don't like either of these. Gricks live in caves.
What is a glick?
You don't know what a Grick is?
mm-mm.
No, that's what I just said.
It's a monster unlike any others that's ever lived. They live in caves, and sometimes they can go up on land in case there's not enough food underground. They're like worms, but they have beaks like octopuses, and they have tentacles with suckers on them. They like to swarm people and eat them, and they never stop eating.
That is scary, but the other one is howling. Maybe it's safer to go with the one that is not.
Fine. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm not gonna open them until we're done.
Okay. Do you want to hold my hand, Tigran? I'll lead you through it.
No! And he's gonna start charging ahead.
And Zion's gonna go after him.
Yeah, Margot falls behind. Yeah, Zayn and Tigran.
As does an Ariel.
And Aaron.
Type shit.
Perfect. You guys can refresh your Owlbear if you want.
Ooh.
Map for this one. Oh, never mind.
Oh, it's worse.
Huh.
You make it to a large mouth of cave. To any of you looking at it, I mean, as kids have heard of a cave mouth, but this one truly looks like a face. It looks like one where now this mouth is in agony, outspread, and if there was a voice behind it, which there sounds like there is, it is a wind. That wind is hollow, groaning deep from within this cave that eventually loses itself into the atmosphere around you. Well, you can hear it all here, and more importantly, you can feel the vibration in your chest coming from this cave. As you can see just from here, you see that there is, well, cobwebs about. And then more cobwebs as you find yourself through this wet, like this moist, like humid cave. Moving through it, sometimes you'll step in something that seems viscous, and other times you almost slip and have to catch each other. The smell is like something has begun to mold. It's mildew, even. Eventually, when you stop having to worry about your feet and this smell and attempting to cover your nose, well, you're met with more webs that end up becoming sacks that hang in the air. And as you walk through this mouth into this cave, you're wondering, how far have you traveled? That vibration in your chest has been there since the beginning, and now it just seems to vibrate your hairs, like on your forearms or on the back of your neck, to stand up. As you guys walk through here, give me a survival check.
Survival.
And then Inara, give me it with that advantage.
That's a 9.
Oh, that's a nat 20
Awesome.
for a 21.
23 for Zayn.
I also got a nat 20 and then 22.
Fuck yeah.
What did Deer get?
7.
Okay, so Tigran again.
9.
9. Awesome. As you're traveling through this cave, a couple of you hear it coming, and one of you has heard it before. How could you forget? Each of these steps, this thud, this scurrying, comes from the back of the mouth of this cave. Its throat, its gullet, its feeding ground. How could you forget? You've been here before, haven't you, Inariel? You've been here with your friends.
Yes. As she hears the, I want to call it a pitter patter, but the pitter patter. Her chest feels tight. She feels short of breath. as the moldy air, it's wet and heavy, and it fills her lungs and is weighing her down, and she puts her arms out to try to hold back anybody that's near her, behind her, just trying to shield them with her small arms, and she whispers,
I think we need to try to hide or run back.
Is that cutting out there a bit?
No, we got you.
Okay, thank you.
As you say that, Irene, explain to me how your character would have just been unaware. Your survival instincts not kicking in at the right moment. How is she distracted, and what does she do as she travels towards this sound, not hearing Inariel?
I think that she would not have been in many caves up until this point, so she might stare and marvel at the all of the textures and ripples in the walls and the echoey sounds of drips, stray drips from the ceiling to the cold ground below.
And that pitter-patter that maybe could have been confused for drops of this from like stalactites up on the top of the cave, well, they're much more consistent, and then they get louder, and then you look up and it's too late. A massive spider is scurrying to you. It's erratic. It moves to the left, to the right, all while it moves forward. Inariel, you blink. And as you blink, you're back at where you were. A moment that you regret. What was that moment?
Nariel was in the caves with her animal friends, and she'd been leading the way. Thought it would be fun to explore the cave, and she didn't get them all out of there in time. She wasn't careful, and the spider ended up capturing and eating her friend, the boar.
In playing Cave Explorers, you found yourself running away. In this moment, what would you choose to do now?
She would want to make sure that everyone got out ahead of her. That she wasn't the first to go, the first to run. She would start shouting to her friends to run.
And so, is this you confronting the spider?
Yes, she wants to confront the spider and hopefully allow for her friends to get to safety.
You blink again, and maybe it was just that moment. But you know now, and you see now that, well, they're not the friends you came in here with. They're each of the animals that you came in here with. Would any of you abandon Inariel?
Zion
Tig-
would not.
Tigran would be on the floor, a silent scream ripping past his throat as he finally sees what's in the ceiling. But he remembers not so long ago when he could have done something but didn't. So he's going to scramble up on his feet, but he's going to stay with the group.
Yeah, Margot would just like go up to Anariel and just try to grab her hand, it's just like, we should run.
Let me ask you this again clearly. Would you abandon her?
Nope.
No.
Irene?
No.
Okay, roll initiative.
That's 14 for Zayn.
That'd be a 21 for Margot.
16 for me.
Rolling hot with these ice cream die.
Tigran?
We're seeing that.
11.
Tigran?
11.
Oh, okay, cool. Does any of you want to go first? The 11 and 11?
Renee can have it if she wants.
Okay. Do you want it?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Inariel, do you have a D4?
I do on D&D Beyond.
Alright, roll a D4 for me, please.
All right.
Everyone get ready to write something in your notes.
1.
1. Margot, you are a deer. Zayn, Inariel, roll another D4.
All right. 4.
Zayn, you are a weasel. Irene, go ahead, Inariel.
I'll keep rolling until I get something besides 1 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay. It loves 1.
Any day now.
Oh my god.
Any day now. Just any day now.
Are you
It landed-
weighted digital
There we
D4s? There we go.
There we go. 2.
Irene, you are a boar. And Tigran, you are a raven. And we will begin combat as you are all those animals on our next session. We will go ahead and end now.
Oh my goodness.
Interesting.
Tigran's a raven. It's foreshadowing, guys.
Literally.
Damn.
Alright, so yeah.
A
that is-
boar. A boar.
I
Y'all
say
knew I
something.
was not gonna be happy with that.
I knew you would say something.
A
It-
fucking boar.
It's very fitting because considering that the boar actually
a-
was actually the
that is a
thing that the spider got that Inari
Yeah.
is now not allowing to
It's
get.
very fitting. It's very fitting.
Oh,
That's a noble beast.
That's a beautiful white and lavender and purple-eyed boar, though.
This is the most princess-like boar you've ever seen.
Yeah.
This
Princess of all
spider
boars.
can have the hairs on her chin.
And
on our next session, I will be giving you the stat sheets for them. And you will be playing Inariel's friends. You'll be playing Cave Explorers. So you're going to be doing just a full combat with a spider. And Inariel, you'll just be Inariel.
Okay. Oh, fun.
Oh, literal Pokemon battle out here.
Yeah.
So
Sweet.
cool
So
though.
fucking
Like so cool.
I'm a flying type. It's okay. We fuck with both types.
I'm grass type, I guess. Oh no, it's weak against bug. Oh no.
Jeremy, it's a pig. Is she a fire type? We going beast on this fucking spider.
Flying's good against bug type. This is known.
Oh. I'm in
I feel like
I'm in
everything's good.
winter mode. Do I Okay. That
What does
means
that
I
mean
get
for
my
us?
winter mode benefit.
Ooh, what's that? If I may
I
ask.
think that means that if I'm gonna phase step, that any creature within a certain distance of me gets frightened.
Mm.
So that's cool.
Does Nariel have all her stuff on her?
I guess it'd just be a racial ability, right?
Yeah, that's a racial ability.
Inariel's not going to have any of her, like, equipment, but she's going to have her spells and stuff like that.
Ooh, I see. Interesting.
Oh.
Which
Okay.
works out
You
really
guys
well,
summon
considering
themselves as
she has a lot of, like, support-focused type things. And you are all
Oh,
animals.
shit. I don't have my ability where I teleport other people though, so that's cool. That's fun. That's good.
We don't need it.
We
guess
got
not.
Toad.
Oh yeah. All right. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Yay!
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are excited.
You got good
Yeah.
animals.
You guys absolutely fucked my last game. With
Yeah, I
Oh?
feel like that was the freebie.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Andy was like, they suffered enough.
Daddy.
No,
Daddy.
I think only that 20 that I was like promising myself. Well, that's the only one that I would let him go with. Because I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine if you didn't have an nat 20? Can you imagine if you didn't have an nat 20?
Yeah, we'd still be doing that right now.
It's fucked up. It's a fucked up game actually. It's actually pretty bad. And I already took 2 from her, and I was like, oh, this is free because I'm in the barrel on them.
I don't know. That game seemed quite easy in my eye. Quite
Yeah.
easy indeed.
It's like 5%.
Yeah,
what's the
Tigre's
chance of a
on
5%? And these guys rolled like shit. And then Irene rolled. And then I'm like,
And then we
alright.
rolled, and then it's been 20
Boom.
city. From
What's
there.
Yeah.
good with my rolls? What's good with my rolls
Yeah.
recently? Like I feel like from beginning of you know what? I'm gonna just you know what?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
you
know? Nope. Nope.
You know what it is? You know what it is? I haven't been saying my bullshit recently. Before every roll.
You know.
I mean, I was mostly just excited just to see the game come to life. I was wondering how Fabian was gonna do it, and I think he did a very good job, a very good, I guess, like faithful rendition of like the little bullshit game I came up with.
that was a really cool game.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
Yeah, the setup for it was awesome.
Yeah, thanks. Let's
Let's play the game in character.
And I was like, it's not a cemetery, man. Y'all don't fucking know that. And then you walk in, it is. It is exactly that.
Put a version of it in the Halloween
it not
house.
described as a cemetery when we were like looking at it?
Oh, the mansion thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was like the cave, the light, the cemetery, the howling, and the crying.
Cave, the light, the howling. It's growling, not howling.
Growling.
Important distinction.
Howling and growling. What's up with that? Who's growling and howling?
Yeah.
This is awesome. Yeah, you guys did great. Congratulations on fucking that game.
Irene.
Yeah, you're not doing crazy shit.
I'm like, it's such a bad game because then I know I'm gonna catch people and I know other people are gonna want to stop them from being caught. You know what I mean? And that's actually the only thing that she can't help with. She can't tell you and give you a reroll on attempting to help them out.
Yeah.
Well, Don't have
Anyways,
to worry about that.
yeah, that was a fucked up game, man. Damn. Y'all should have seen the way I hit that. Like, my eyes closed. And she got that 20 on that one.
Damn.
The dog with the sun on its face. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she was like the first. She was like the second person to roll. I'm like, dude, I even get one round in. This is the warm up.
You know, sometimes that's just the way to. It's the way that the headstones crumble. I guess.
Fellas, do nat 20s actually help you? Yes, they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Tigran was fucking the jacket that you throw on like the mud, and Irene was the princess walking across it.
Hiking up her dress as she steps over.
That's great. I can't wait for this combat though.
Same.
It's been a minute since y'all had
Telling
combat.
you what,
And then y'all don't even
your
get to
name's
play.
getting too big of a head. Your
And y'all
name's getting too big of a head.
Y'all don't even get to play your fucking
Is
selves.
that why she got made into a boar?
Damn, she had to be humble. She had to be humble.
That's fire. This was it definitely a top 3. I gotta say.
Fred.
Dude, just let me breathe.
Fred.
Dude, let me breathe.
Give me your list right now.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Give me your list right now. Give me top 3.
Step out of my AoE player because I'm about to cast.
That's crazy.
This one, the one
Top
before this
300.
one, and the one before that one.
No. Just let me breathe, bro. Don't ask a man his top 3. Curses. A man how much money he makes, a woman her weight, and Chris his top 3 Curses Strat sessions.
I'm starting to think that roll to turn Zaim to a weasel was on purpose. Because you want some weaselly shit right now.
That's tough. I hope I can like burrow through the ground like I was talking about earlier. My dream is realized.
Why would you want to do that?
Cause it's tough. I've been
Like,
talking
run
about
away
it
from
in the
this
other
problem.
chat. I've been talking about it in the other chat. I think the idea of a burrow speed is so cool.
I love us discussing Tigran pooping, and then Fabian
Yeah.
goes, do you go after? Do you give him his privacy?
Because y'all thought it was fun time. Y'all thought it was fun time. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all want to leave him?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, it's fun time? Let's do it.
Do you give him
What was gonna
privacy?
come out the ground if fun time didn't stop?
Yeah.
You guys are
Fabian's like, these motherfuckers are having too good of a time, man.
You gotta allow us a little bit of levity. Come on. Just a little bit of fun, a little bit of
Fabian
shenanigans.
was like, y'all spoiled my game, and talking about farts. Like, I'm gonna fucking kill
and
you
now
guys.
you get to have fun.
Next
after what you
episode,
did
I'm
to
gonna
me.
fucking kill you. I see it, dude. I see
You
it
better,
clearly.
you better
make
catch
a
up to
mockery
Tigran before you find
of
his,
my
his
game.
skin off his bones.
This man playing Curse of Strahd, but he ain't playing games.
Yeah.
First with the nat 20, now y'all talking about farting and pooping. I am done.
I'm
Someone
fuck-
gotta die.
I
Someone,
quit.
I'm afraid someone
I'm
gotta
fucking shaking.
Someone
Feral.
gotta get flayed alive.
Oh my
I'm
god.
fucking shaking,
It's
player.
fucking
Go ahead and
nightmare.
bring out Miriam. Go ahead and start
Yeah.
ripping off arms.
No.
Yes, sir. I think the Curse of Strahd crew could feast on Miriam.
With powers? Yeah.
Mhm.
I know that you're disappointed about being the boar, but you get to charge. That's your cool little boar action.
Yeah,
It
but
looks like.
That's
It's
why
fun.
couldn't that be a bunny or something cute? Like a little rat.
Boars can be cute, right? In like a way.
Why couldn't
Or
it
like-
be a bunny? Come on, man.
Like
Yeah.
like a
Little
majestic
bow on it, that's
savagery
Or like,
about them.
or like a cat.
Like a
Bro, you-
teacup boar.
Bro, you shitting on teacup boar is so funny. A pygmy boar. You shitting on Anariel's friends. Those are her homeboys.
Yeah, those are day ones. We weren't
It's
shit when these
true.
guys were around.
Irene
Well,
about to
okay,
see
but
all
okay, but
Charlotte's
she's
Web up in this
Irine's
bitch.
8 years old. This is what she's concerned about. Like, she's like, sorry your friends died, but like a boar,
Like,
brother.
Is Irene gonna be having some words with Andariel after this?
got some beef. Like a fucking boar.
Prettier
Really?
friends.
No, this stays in the
Yeah,
circle.
you
This
need
stays
prettier friends is crazy.
Wilbur
You're
was a
hanging
boar, and
You're
everybody
hanging around
loved
some
him.
uggos.
She's like,
Oh,
she's
Wilbur
like,
was
yeah,
a
I
pig.
see why you left the fucking boar behind. The fuck.
That's wrong. You wrong as hell for that.
Yeah, damn.
That's her trauma. You wrong as hell.
They
I see why you left the boar behind, like, and your thumb is in the air, like your thumb's thrown over your shoulder. You just, I see why you let this guy go. What
I
is that?
literally-
What's that one fucked up picture?
He,
So
he
this
been
guy
gone
fucking
5 minutes.
sucks.
I don't even remember his name. It's crazy.
I'm actually gonna have words with you, Jessica. For that.
Hello?
Crazy.
Hello?
What'd you do?
Hello?
I'm gonna be like, in your lore, your best friend was a boar. You know what?
And notice how she saved the boar on her rolls until it was Irene's turn.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
I did not. Y'all.
What would happen if
I'm
Tigran
just
rolled the
noticing.
boar? Would you be like, "Hey Tigran, I give you advantage"?
I'm just noticing shit. Could have had the majestic, silver feathered raven. But no, you gave Irene the boar. Interesting.
Oh my goodness.
She was powering up her rolls too, like 1, 4, 1, 4.
I need it to be
Boar.
known. I had no idea what animals the numbers were associated with.
I need you to see me. What is this mean?
Just just saying that.
That's awesome. This is sick. I love this. This
Yes.
Look at that, bro. That's your name. Look at that, bro. Look at me in my eyes and tell me that's not fucked up. Bruh.
I mean,
I will say this though, boars usually do be smelling like their own farts.
Alright.
no.
Oh no.
okay.
Modal?
Tell me I'm wrong though. Tell me I'm wrong.
Modal?
I mean,
Brother.
that
playing with
boar
fire.
looks really tough.
Yeah.
That-
It looks
that
tough
boar-
as hell.
Bro, tough as nails.
If you're a spider, you might say it looks juicy. But I think it looks tough.
Yeah.
I
can't with
Fucking
this.
sucks. Actually.
I can't. A boar, by the way. A boar.
Draw it up for us.
Boar, by the way.
Draw it up for us, bro. Do a little mock
Yeah.
up.
Get out of here. Don't insult me.
No, make a cute little purple boar.
Yeah, little boar in there.
I want to be
Those
honest.
What,
haven't-
boar in
Boar
there?
in there.
Ah.
I'm gonna leave.
With a little bow.
I
Come
don't.
on.
I
Oh,
think
that's
that the
cute.
boar is one of the few animals in the animal kingdom that you can't make cute. You can't do it.
Oh my god.
I don't
You
think
didn't
pigs
see
in
the little
any
boar?
form.
Tell me that
I
ain't
don't
cute.
think. I don't think pigs in any form are really cute like that. Honestly.
What?
That's
No,
funny.
no, dude.
None?
You know what I think of?
What-
You know what I think of,
What
Jessica?
about
Is
what
our
about like
time.
this? Yeah.
Get
What
the
about, like,
fuck
this?
out of here, Fabian. I will fucking. I will kill you, brother. Oh my god.
Oh,
You
No,
don't
that's
think you don't think
really
this is cute?
cute.
Because
That looks like a
it's
little
like the
baby
kid
deer.
version of all the. I
Brother,
imagine it's like the kid version of all the animals.
get that out of my
Oh!
name, brother.
Oh my gosh!
Jorge,
That out
I just
of
saw it.
my.
I just
Wait,
saw it.
bro.
Wait,
Holy shit!
Raven fits so fucking perfectly. What?
Ooh.
you're saying Anariel's friend is a whack ass creature and
So
deserves
does
to get eaten by the
Zayn.
spider?
We Zayn
Oh
that
my
fits,
gosh.
fits perfect too.
Whatever.
It's happening in real time.
Wow.
That's perfect. You tell me
That
you
would
don't
be
find that
nice.
cute. You tell me you don't find that
You
cute.
know what it
Jorge?
reminds me of is the time that Jessica and I went to the farmer,
Oh.
the farm stand,
Uh-huh. With
and
corn.
with the corn, and this was beautiful sweet corn that you could eat raw because it was so beautiful and sweet. And he was like, the farmer. He
He was so sweet.
He was so sweet. He saw
Like
two,
his porn.
two cute little girls, and he was like, Would you little ladies like to feed the pigs and the chickens? The babies were just born." And I'm thinking to myself, that's cute. And so we take the corn, and Jessica starts eating the corn on the way to the feed.
I
the
do.
pigs.
Yeah.
And then this so the
Yeah, dear
So
God,
there was-
T-Draven, Vornay.
there was this fucking big ass pig.
That was the mama.
Mama pig, and this was the biggest pig I've ever seen in my life. It looked like be the size of a bear, to be honest with you. It's how I remember it. Truthfully.
What?
Jesse, I genuinely remember it being the size of a bear. And like it's got all of her little babies around her, and they're in the same pen as the chickens, right? So the chickens are like, "Oh my god, they have corn!" And then the babies wake up, and they're like snorting and fucking doing their shit, and they're like, "Wee, wee, wee," you know, like doing their thing, and they're like
That really
ready
did
for
just
this
sound like
corn,
Vornay.
and it's smelly. And it was not cute. Like I thought it was gonna be a cute little like we're gonna feed the pigs type shit,
Yeah.
like in our skirts, and it would be beautiful. And then, like
What
you know, like
happened
we're on like
was-
like we're
yeah.
on the little prairie or something, and then
We
No.
stuck our corn into the fence. And then Mama Pig was very hungry, so hungry she was flinging mud all over the place and pushing the babies out of the way so she could be the eater of this
fucking
corn and
walking
fling.
on her babies,
Yeah.
bro.
She
Tell
flung
me
mud
Tyler
all
Rex
over
is
us.
not cute.
Hey, let a woman have hobbies.
And I swear to God, I have a video. I swear to God, Mama took that corn cob, and it looked like you put that corn cob on a drill bit. On it, bro. No, and I'm not kidding. It legitimately looked like that. Like I was in awe.
She was on a mission.
That's awesome.
It was fucking insane, and it was